Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. Happy Friday, everyone. I hope you've had a wonderful day. Yes, it has been Valentine's Day. I feel as though it may be a tough time for some of you right now. I've been feeling this energy that may be a tough time because, there's a lot of changes taking place and it could feel as though it's all happening all at once. So you may be experiencing, highs and lows with your moods and with your emotions. It may be a struggle to get the balance right at this time. Okay. So we're calling on the protection, miracles, and grace of the Holy Mother Mary this evening to pull us a message. So thank you, Mother Mary. We do indeed have your cards ready. And so let's begin. What's the message for the collective this evening? Just trying to find a less noisy surface to shuffle on. Thank you, Mother Mary. So I do feel as though the collective need a message to help them through, to help them with this up and down, this kind of topsy-turvy type of energy. So thank you, Mother Mary. A final shuffle. And so let's begin. Please can we have a message for the collective at this time? So this is still quite a new deck as well. And the card is very thick. Okay, so we've been given a lot of cards. Well, 3 cards. We've got 3 cards. We've been given card 19, Our Lady of the Inner Gate. Card 19. Our Lady of the Inner Gate. Okay. We also have card 8, Our Lady of Promise. And card 13, Our Lady of Innocence. Okay. So we have 3 cards this evening. What's the bottom of the deck? Let's pick it up and find out. So we have card 3, Our Lady of Becoming. This is the underlying energy. You are a lady of becoming. You are in an energy of becoming. It's like you are stepping into yourself at this time. Creating yourself, perhaps recreating yourself, becoming a version of yourself that you've never been before. Something fresh and new is blossoming for you at this time. A new you is blossoming. Our Lady of Becoming, this is the underlying energy. It is time of great change. There's many changes taking place right now. Perhaps for you. And this is because you are becoming Our Lady of Becoming. It's all happening for you. Okay, to become the best version of you. So we've got card 19. So 1 and 9. You've had to make decisions about what things to let go of and to release, because you knew that there was something coming to an end. So you really went within yourself. It's like you took this time of going within, becoming the hermit, of being the hermit for a while, as you were experiencing this time of release, perhaps grief and grieving. You have this infinite bond with the divine. Our Lady of Promise, card 8. You just want the best. You just want the best. Not just, I don't mean like, oh, the most expensive car or things like that. I mean, you want the best genuinely. Not just for yourself, for everybody. For their heart and soul, because you know there's more to a person. When you look at a person, when you see a person, you see their soul. You see within them. It's almost like this is an acceptance that you are reaching. You're moving into this place of self-love and harmony and peace, being guided by divine. Top of the deck, we've got card 20, Our Lady of the Star Blossom. So yes, this card reflecting self-love. It's like you're moving into this time of inner union. And it is a brand new beginning for you. Time of becoming. Okay. This is our message today. Thank you, Mother Mary. So card 19, Our Lady of the Inner Gale. My initiations are sacred. And no matter what appears to be happening in your life, I am behind it. I am always guiding you towards your heart. For within that sacred temple, the most precious treasure is kept. To obtain that treasure, you will need courage, trust, and faith. I bestow my grace willingly upon you, my child, without restraint. You must provide the trust in me that gives you courage to take the journey. Your rewards shall be riches beyond all imaginings. Our Lady of Promise, I promise you new life. Whatever you release shall become sacred fertilizer for your new life. I promise that as you trust in me, I will guide you to the fulfillment of your heart's destiny. Do not shy away from what I ask of you. As you trust in me, I will lead you through fear and doubt, from fatigue and struggle into boundless energy of compassion and passionate purpose. I promise you new life. Let me ignite the passionate fire of your sacred heart so that you can burn with love and bright light to the world. Our Lady of Innocence, I ask you to let go of any fear of judgment. Allow me to be close to you. I honour the purity of your being, which is forever untainted by any experience. There is nothing for you to fear from allowing me to completely and freely, for allowing me completely and freely into your heart. I hear your innermost thoughts, feelings, and prayers. I wish for you to be completely open with me so that I can help you without restraint. Tell me even that which you are frightened to admit to yourself, and know that I will never judge you. I will only understand and teach you to love and forgive yourself. For truly, you are my child always, and I will never turn away from you. Our Lady of Becoming, my beloved child, you are a divine flower, preparing to bloom. You belong in the divine garden, and you will blossom into radiance. I have declared it, and it will be so. You shall thrive and be nourished into life. Your uniqueness and beauty shall not be hidden from the world, obscured by veils of fear and shame. I am the holy hand unveiling your secret light, that it may pour forth the grace that heals the world. This is your destiny, and it will be. So back to Our Lady of the Inner Gate. There is a teaching that is easier to be grateful. Rather, let's begin that again. There is a teaching that it is easier to be grateful during a feast than a famine. In a similar way, perhaps judging on appearances alone, it can be easier to feel the presence of the divine behind the happy events of our lives or strokes of luck and good fortune, rather than in the challenges and loss. Yet the Mother instructs us that she is just as much behind the challenges as she is behind the more obvious causes for celebration. How can this be? In her wisdom, she knows that of which we are capable. She knows what our hearts can handle, how much heartbreak we can bear, in order to grow our heart into a powerful vehicle for divine compassion, bliss, and wisdom. She knows that sometimes the happier path will be of great benefit to us. She also knows that at other times, being granted all that we want in the way that we think we want it, would actually prevent us from fulfilling our divine destiny and receiving our full spiritual inheritance. Whilst there will be many times in her journey with us that she guides us along a joyful path, there will also be times when her guidance leads us straight into what we most wanted to avoid. That might be a loss or challenge or a letting go that requires greater trust that we have ever had to summon before, or a need to endure great confusion as we let go of a life too small for us. We will grow through this transition into the larger life awaiting us. What gets us through these initiation is the understanding that she is not trying to harm us or punish us, but to bring us to life. Our Lady of the Inner Gate comes to us with a message. We are being initiated into the power of our own hearts. The heart creates a powerful magnetic field that can be felt within us and around us. As we grow spiritually, the electromagnetic field of the heart grows too, and our energetic influence can become important, not only to immediate family members, but to whole communities with which we are involved. We can continue to grow in that heart power and become influential and sustaining to the world around us. This can even operate to the point that a country we are travelling in at any time will be impacted by our heart's field through which the Mother's grace can flow. Whatever is happening in your life at the moment, whether joyful, emerging, or challenging descent into facing a fear, know that it is an initiation into your heart power. We move through these initiations by not resisting them, by staying present and being with what we feel. This might seem impossible, and yet it becomes possible with practice, patience, and a willingness to trust that it isn't some random suffering to try and get out of as soon as possible, but a pathway that is leading us somewhere truly valuable. Even if we are in dark times, we can know that Our Lady of the Inner Gate is guiding us, keeping a watchful eye on us and a guiding hand at our backs, so that we can find our way into the deeper chambers of our heart. This oracle heralds a time when you are growing in spiritual power. Whether you are aware of this consciously or not, you are becoming a person of increasing energetic influence. If you have some natural sense of spiritual responsibility, you may worry about this, wondering if you are always putting out constructive vibrations. Do not fear. You do not have to be perfect. You just need to be yourself and trust. It is your trust in the divine that brings the most power to your heart emanation and the most healing to the world around you. It is your willingness to experience your life with growing trust that empowers the Mother to act through you and for others to be nourished by your presence. It is your trust that paves the way to the inner gate, opening it wide and allowing you to discover the treasure within your heart. It is the riches within that you are looking for always, even if you fantasize from time to time that you are desiring something else. Without the riches of the heart, anything else obtained soon enough shows itself to be an empty vessel. It is the fullness of life itself and all that it offers that shall open up to your heart as it becomes even more capable of receiving that precious gift through this process. So let's continue reading. God 8, Our Lady of Promise. The path of the devotee to the divine, Mother Mary, is not an easy one. We are asked, step by step, to surrender that which lies between us and the fulfillment of our heart. That might sound wonderful, as the fulfillment of the heart is a beautiful goal. Yet we can be surprised at how much fear and doubt lie within us, at how many inner obstacles we have created through beliefs that we are not worthy or good enough, through our fear of failure or ridicule, through a gnawing fear that if we allow ourselves to be so different to others, we will end up rejected, abandoned, and alone. We might struggle to let go of what no longer serves us, even if in our hearts we know it is time to let go. We may not be certain if we can bear the grief of letting go, or perhaps we are fearful of the uncertainty of life, without what we have known by our side. Mother Mary knows us and knows how to help us. She invites us to receive her wisdom. She knows another way, knows that the fulfillment of the heart brings us into untold abundance, into rapture and divine connection, but also into great sadness and even righteous anger at times. She knows that these feelings, even if they appear on the surface to be negative or dark, can be essential fuel to keep us going when we need extra energy. There will be times when we need that energy, so as to not give up in despair about the state of the world and instead choose to stay true and committed to our personal growth. In this way, we can bring more of our light to the world and help others find their way to do the same. She does not assure us a life of imbalanced light, where there is no feeling other than happiness. She ensures us a life of honesty, nakedness, authenticity, and the energy, power, and passion which living in this way offers to us. She leads us into a life of making a positive contribution to the world in our own unique way, of being able to bear the passion and the pain of living as a divine human being, and feeling empowered by it, inspired by it, and awestruck by life and its twists and turns. She promises us divine fulfillment. She promises us a life that leaves behind lies, big and small, and opens us up to a reality which will at first scramble the mind and then ignite the heart with unquenchable divine fire. She promises us not what we think we want, but what she knows we truly want and need. She promises us that our trust in her will never be replaced, misplaced. At times, when your life is pushing you beyond your limits, when you feel that you are breaking, your trust in her must become stronger. It will help you find her soothing presence, like the light from a lighthouse, cast across a dark, thrashing ocean, caught up in a violent storm during darkest times. Her promise to you is what makes the suffering of growth bearable, whilst you let go of that which no longer supports you, though you may love it dearly still, as you await the peaceful resolution of the heart and become ready, willing and capable of stepping into the freedom of the new life cycle that awaits you. Her light is there, her promise. This oracle reminds you that no matter what is happening in your life right now, a promise of new life is what is really happening, and everything else is just a symptom of that. Have faith, trust her, and believe. So, Our Lady of Innocence. Without even realizing it, we can hold ourselves back. We might hide parts of ourselves from others, or feel that we must put on an act, show a particular face, or be a certain way in order to be acceptable. We probably learnt that this was true when we were young, and have continued on that way without always realizing it. The oracle of Our Lady of Innocence comes to you with this message. It is time to let go of old shame and guilt and reveal more of who you are. Do not be afraid about being judged. Judgment only hurts when we make it about ourselves, and agree with the judgment rather than realizing that judgment is not truth. It is only an expression of a wound in the person who is judging. The Holy Mother comes to us with this reminder. We are innately innocent and pure of heart. She asks us to hold compassion for the mistakes we have made in our lives, because we did the best we could, even if sometimes that wasn't as skilled as we would have liked. When we receive this reminder, we are much less likely to fall into the trap of judging ourselves. From that place of self-acceptance and regard, we can be open to others with acceptance and unconditional regard also. If another does judge us, we realize that this is because they cannot love themselves unconditionally, so they are unable to love anyone else in that way. We can hold a place of acceptance for them and what they are learning without being brought down by their wounding. When they realize that we still love ourselves and are not dampened by their judgments, they may wonder why and begin to heal through letting go. Or perhaps they are not ready to heal and instead become angry or sad. Our job is not to make another heal, as if that were even possible, but to be the alternative, to be the possibility of healing that can inspire others when they are ready to be inspired, and to have compassionate grace when that cannot yet be. The Oracle of Our Lady of Innocence also has a message for those of us that are that are wanting to take a further step on the path, perhaps branching out into healing or creative self-expression, acting on new opportunities, or considering a new relationship, for example. She tells us that we are worthy. She reminds us that we do not have to fear, that we are not enough, and that there is nothing to hide. Even vulnerability can be powerful when accompanied by an open, self-loving, and divinely trusting heart. It is time to let go of the shaming of others, the judgment of others, and the memories of being judged and shamed. With compassion, you can let it go, even with tears and anger. Then you can choose to feel good about who you are and your life journey, including all the mistakes that you made that helped you grow into the person that you are today. The Mother holds nothing against you, just loves you and delights in all that you are. And you have permission to do exactly the same. Our Lady of Becoming. You may have a sense that deep within you there is so much more than what appears to be on the surface, so much more than what others can see. Even if you consider yourself an open book, so to speak, you may sense that within there is something more of you yet to be. It may be a role that you are yet to fulfill, perhaps that of a lover, a spouse, or a parent, or even a teacher or healer. It may be a talent that you sense within you let's begin that up again. It may be a talent that you sense within that you have not fully developed as yet, for any number of reasons. It might even be a feeling that you are meant to live or work in another country. It may be that you sense you are to meet your soul tribe in the flesh this lifetime. That's commonly in which you feel you are. Truly, in which you truly belong. Where you are loved and accepted just as you are. It might even be that you sense held within you a version of yourself that is more confident, expressive, honest, without shame, and lovingly accepting and wise. This oracle comes to you with a message of grace and divine blessing from Mother Mary. That which you sense within, that unfolding destiny of which you dream, will be. Yes, beloved, it is time to believe, to act with a sense of inevitability rather than hopeful fantasy. This is not a time to hold back and compromise on what is possible, but to surrender the how to the Divine Mother and allow her to assist you in becoming what you are deep within. No matter whether you feel that this becoming is spiritual or mundane, anything that fulfills your heart is important for your own soul destiny, whether it seems obviously spiritual in nature or not. For Mother Mary to support you most easily into becoming your fullness, you are going to have to trust yourself, sometimes even above the messages or opinions of your loved ones, well-meaning as they may well be. This doesn't mean that you cannot seek advice or get help. On the contrary, the Mother will often nudge you towards those that can assist you, but you will know when another is helping you. But you will know when another is helping you find your own light or attempting to have you follow their light instead. In the latter, you are perhaps learning a valuable lesson, but in time, you must come back to your own inner light, for no one else can be the unique expression of the divine that you are. No one can live your destiny for you. You have a role and a purpose upon this earth that cannot be replaced. We all must become what we are, as fully and completely as our heart can dare. Mother Mary asks that we call upon her to become all that we are, through her grace and guidance. This oracle comes to you at a time when you may be uncertain of your future, about what is happening within you, or even whether or not anything is happening at all. You are asked to surrender your concerns into Mother Mary's care and to take a step, any step that feels right for you. It might be enrolling in a class or doing a yoga practice. Your step might be to say yes to a social event or to purchase and read a book that has been drawing your interest. Becoming requires energy. We do not have to throw ourselves mercilessly into endless activity or become anxious that we must do something, even whilst we do not exactly know what we are supposed to be doing. Those approaches would discharge our energy rather than build it. Instead, we can take steps that feel loving, one day at a time, trusting our inner nudges, knowing that they are the loving prompts of the Divine Mother herself, as she nurtures us into fullness of being. Okay, so that was our cards. So let's close today's reading with this healing process and affirmation. Go with the card of Our Lady of Becoming. So if you would like to take part, visualize or perceive a golden light above the crown of your head, forming into a ball of energy, shining bright like a sun. When it feels large enough, imagine it pouring through you and cascading all the way down through your body, on the inside and the outside, as though you are in a waterfall of golden light. Imagine that this golden light begins to pool at your feet and forms a path that extends before you. It feels peaceful, uplifting, and exciting all at once. Now say the following prayer aloud or quietly in your mind. I call upon Mother Mary, who loves me unconditionally. I ask for your blessing on my path. I ask that through your grace, guidance, and miraculous intervention, my becoming may be. I gratefully allow myself to be led into the full expression of my divine nature in all aspects of my life through unconditional love. So be it. Now, when you are ready, imagine yourself taking one next step, or perhaps several or many steps forward on this golden path. Take as many steps as feels right for you, and know that the Divine Mother is with you. To finish this healing process, say the following affirmation. My becoming is assured. I am a unique divine blossom in the Holy Mother's garden of life. I am nurtured, nourished, and supported as I now become all that I am through the protective tending of her grace-filled hands. I am, I am, I am. And I have finished today's reading. So I do indeed hope that you have found this message helpful today. And I will see you next time. Thank you everybody for joining me. Yeah, thank you. Much love. I will see you again really soon. Bye for now.